Oh man, he's going in on Pope Leo, guys.
I don't think he's doing a very good job. He likes crime, I guess. He hit us. Think of it. He's worried about fear. What about the fear when the ministers and the priests and all of those great people that were arrested during COVID, and in many cases they're outside 10 feet apart, and they were arrested. So we don't like it. We don't like a pope that's going to say that it's okay to have a nuclear weapon. We don't want a pope that says crime is okay in our cities. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Pope Leo. He's a very liberal person, and he's a man that doesn't believe in stopping crime. He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapon so they can blow up the world. So I'm not a fan of Pope Leo. I don't think he's doing a very good job. He likes crime, I guess. He hit us. Think of it.
All right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Pope Leo. Yeah. I agree. He brought up some very good points.
My favorite point is the fact that President Trump said, I'm not a fan of the man. The Pope is a man. He is not God in the flesh. He has a title, yes, and he has influence over millions, yes. But what President reminded us of, and what we should be reminded of, this is a man. This is a man who is led by his own compass. And yes, he has the doctrine, he has the word. But this particular Pope has been kind of going off charted paths from what we've seen in the past, and defending groups or in defense of things that for the most of us, even within Catholicism, they say, well, whoa, hold on. I'm not so sure I like this. I'm not so sure I like where he's going. And you're right. And, President Trump obviously was referring to, he's in support of, Iran. He's not against Iran getting hold of nuclear weapons. That is an issue. That is a world issue, which is baffling to me, because what has happened in the last 30 days is this administration was able to prove that Iran had capabilities far more than what they said with their missiles, with the range of their missiles. They proved that they could hit Europe, basically. So, yeah, it was pretty funny for me, comical, and he's telling the truth. This man is a bit radical in his beliefs, and he is a far more political pope than others. He's kind of, like I said, going back 1,000 years for me. He's going back to the Medici type family, those popes that were installed and played politics and knew how to sway both sides, not for the glory of God, not for the kingdom of God, but for a political purpose.
He's generally in line with most of the worldly views. He's basically sounds a lot like the world. So who's influencing who? Are we called to influence the world? Is the world called to influence us? Well, we know that as Bible believers, it's the other way around. But he sounds a lot like the world.